And it's coming. Okay, guys, we're live. Let's go to the championships.
Mm-hmm. Where
And-
nickel is currently losing by 83.
Your
But
math is still very good. Owen.
oh, I used the calculator.
Oh, you use the calculator. Once I can't count on my fingers and toes, I'm a little bit lost.
But as we
Well,
all as we've seen before, nickel is the king of comebacks too.
Yes.
So
Well, I'm Mike Passell. I'm here with Owen Lean, who's one of my favorite teammates. And we're going to try to get some excitement going in this match. And if anyone could mount a comeback, it certainly is the nickel team. I don't know if they've come from this far back, but they are famous for their rallies.
I still remember in New York in 2004 in the Spingold going into the last quarter, they were down, was it 71? I believe, to George Jacobs' team. And they won that match by 10 or something. Like, it was just incredible.
Yeah, they held out through 2 appeals, actually.
Wow. So they had to come back and then survive
so what
2
do we have
appeals.
here?
All right, we've got a
Greco
strong
has
club on the left. And the 1 heart response shows any 8 to 11 and denies 5 spades. It doesn't say anything else about the shape, and it's forcing the game.
So it looks
And-
like with everything breaking fairly poorly,
Mhm.
that they're probably not going to make 4 hearts.
Well,
Spade is offside, hearts are 4-1.
yeah, but who knows? Maybe this 1 spade overcall will induce an unfortunate spade lead.
Yeah,
West, I think actually. Oh no, I guess they have 3 natural spade tricks, so West does not actually have to lead at time. Oh, North is on declaring hearts now. Well, that'll
Yeah,
make this
exactly.
easy. Not a good hand for not a good advertisement for a strong club. All right, and on the other side, Moth, Brad, and Joe, who sometimes play a strong club, but they don't when they're vulnerable. So they've had a natural opening bid, but it looks like an artificial one.
So they have
created.
raised spades, and now Jeff has made a takeout double. I'm expecting Greco to be 4 hearts. And with the queen of spades, if he doesn't cover, it gets a little tiny trick.
Yeah, he may try to angle for 3-no trump as well to protect that king of spades.
Yeah,
But and 3-no, when you see if he ends up as declaring 3-no, he sees the dummy, he's going to be thrilled to be in 3-no rather than 4 hearts until the hearts don't run, and neither do the clubs.
okay, in the other room, it's got a heart, pass a spade, and Brad and Joe play an inversion. So spade denies spades. It was like a forcing no trump.
Nickel has an interesting lead, like he's mixing some passivity with aggression by coming out with the 10 of clubs.
Yeah, it looks to me like the 10 of clubs is a fairly normal lead.
Yeah, I don't want to lead from an ace, the ace of a king into the strong hand, and so. Also, when you have a trump trick like he does, you often don't need to take your tricks right away because you'll get to come in with that later on
So
and
it
have
looks
a
like
better
Joe's
idea.
probably going to play ace, king, queen, and another heart because he knows clubs aren't breaking. So that gives him a
Right.
chance for the clubs or the spade on side.
Right. Ralph is going to.
Like a discouraging spade, so it'll be pretty easy.
Oh yeah, maybe I should pull up their convention cards over here. Just so we know their carding methods.
So Jeff Hampson actually is angling for 3-0.
Well, he
His
also
partner
can't
did
be
3 hearts.
Oh, ooh. And now we're key carding in hearts.
So Eric now been blackwood because he took 3 spades as a cubit in support of hearts.
Right.
So he now been, looks like he's been blackwood. So they're really in the stratosphere.
Yeah, and as long as they dodge a double, it won't be too bad. Since 4 hearts also goes down.
Yeah, they're down. They're going down 2. It looks like at 4 hearts. Played it normally. They found it's just in the diamond. I'm sure they'll get the
Right.
queen of spades through. So that's down 2. So it's a matter of how many 5 hearts goes down.
Teams entered. That's weird. There we go. Open teams.
So they doubled 4 spades, but sure his partner. I'm sure that pass just denied a spade control, and the redoubles are re-ask.
Yes.
So Marty doubles for the spade lead. Jeff was able to pass, showing no spade control, which is a giant disappointment to Eric. Now he knows the ace of spades is offside, and his partner doesn't have a spade control. So I'm a little surprised he even bothered to re-ask.
Maybe he's going to end up bidding 6 no trump then if he's bidding a slam.
Partner has 2 aces, yeah.
Even that won't be enough tricks though. Like that's only 10 tricks.
Yeah. Well, they are stuck 80, so right.
Yeah. All right. So they
Bridge may
play.
not be exactly normal. They're trying to win.
Yes, of course. They're not trying to lose by less.
So it looks like they'll probably be in. I think 5
hearts. Yeah.
5 hearts will probably just go down 2 also.
Yeah, I don't see anyone being able to double this. Although maybe it's possible. I mean,
It is possible when you're up 80 imps, you're going to give away the jack 4 of the hearts.
Yeah. Well, we know North doesn't have a heart fit though on this auction. No, like North would not have cubed 3 spades, 2-way or whatever, with a heart fit if he also lacked the spade control. Which we know from the past of the double of 4 spades.
Well, he covered the spades, so that's probably to make the defense a little easier, but maybe not. 10 of spades. I'm guessing he's going to overtake it and cash the ace of diamonds. So we're in 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the only way they would lose this match, or one way to lose this match would be to find out that you didn't let 5 hearts make.
Yeah, so they're playing 5 hearts down, so it's down 2, so it's a push.
Right.
Yeah, see what's happened here. It's got 1 heart, 4 diamond overcall, 4 hearts, 5 diamonds. So 5 diamonds looks like a spade, a heart, a couple clubs. The 4 hearts was looks like that was always cold, so it's a very good save. So going down. Going down 300 against 420.
620.
620.
Yeah, so if
that's
if
they
this
don't
is
say
not
that,
matched,
I'd be surprised if I would be shocked to see Greco overcall a no trap here.
I wouldn't be. Well, it's less appealing when lefty's a pass.
I think Greco. I predict Greco Sykes. He did 4 diamonds.
I think we.
Bet-
I
I'm
think
betting
if
if
the dealer
Hampton had been south, you would have overcalled it, no trouble.
could,
I
or
played a
if
lot of boards
Hampson,
with Hampton.
if Hampson had been dealer, I bet you would. It would have been more likely to see a no trump overcall.
Well, third's part is a passed hand here. He's not.
Right. So pass a heart, not with lefty unlimited one. No, is a lot more appealing then.
Yes, it was. Certainly Hampson will be bidding 5 diamonds here and anticipating it. I think he'll just exit the nickel and exit the spade because his partner doesn't have to have the 10 of clubs. No, he didn't. He should. It seems like a much better play to exit the spade.
Right.
If the Claire had the 10 of clubs, they would have he would have been blowing a trick, but in this case he wasn't. Now he's going to run some diamonds.
2 diamonds. Exactly.
I would say he's going to run a third one.
Yeah, but then he loses his rough fluff position.
Well, there's no club to rough.
No, but if Cat started like King 10 Doubleton, oh, he is running all the clubs. Okay.
Yeah. Doesn't matter what he discards because whatever dummy discards, Ralph discards.
Yes.
So this looks like a push board and 5 diamonds double. So it's been a fairly, some of the matches haven't been that exciting, but it's been a pretty exciting trial. We had sort of a, I don't know if you saw the controversial decision that didn't affect the match, but it was, I don't know if you saw that. And then we saw a crucial match decided on slow play penalty.
Which was actually in Fleischer's benefit. So
Right.
if that had gone the other way, who knows?
Right.
I find it a little interesting too. We played against Levine in the match before, and his team was not assessed any slow play penalties. So who knows?
You know, I mean, they did appeal it afterwards, but they're ready to establish the rules.
Right.
And I think they gave, I mean, Mike is fairly blind, but these conditions are better for him because the cards were there and he was able to do everything. Man, it was actually better than the cards and they were sorted for him.
Right.
And they did, and they gave him.
Oh, we lost.
Yeah.
Tracy, can you take us back to the table, please?
Mine says join, sign in. Right. Am I back? Owen?
You're here. I'm here. Tracy's here. We just got to get back to the table.
My screen says sign in. Should I do that?
I don't think.
No, I don't want to do all that.
I mean, I see you. I hear you fine.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it.
Okay. No.
You're shared.
Okay, now we're back.
We're back. Good job.
Yes, I actually sat against Levine in the penultimate segments of our match against him, and yeah, he had a much larger screen, and he got to call the cards and bids he wanted to an assistant.
Yeah, I think they decided to give him an extra 15 seconds a hand, which was, it's another extra 4 minutes before they start penalizing him. So it
Right.
wasn't the conditions of contest. So
Okay, so let's see what's happened here. We've got a 4-spade contract, and
the
they're still
defense
playing
sort of
5
went the
diamond.
same. They got to the same position, but when Marty won his ace of spades, he just exited the spade.
Hmm.
So it turned out to be break even. So let's see, the other table won a diamond. They opened very light.
Yes.
He had 8 count, but he was 6-4, a spade, 2 spades.
Well,
4
in the stiff queen of clubs too.
Okay. I missed the 13th card. Right? Now I see it.
But here we see Brad and
I don't
Joe
think that was
playing.
a meaningful. I'm guessing he would have opened with or without it.
Yeah, I mean, here we see Brad and Joe, and they're playing precision when they're not vulnerable. So
Yeah, this is just
Brad,
the most. Yeah, this is just a normal 4 spades, making a 5.
and no chance of getting too high.
Looks like so far we're at 0-0, even though we had an exciting first board.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
so
Hampson is psyched to no trump.
So let's see, club.
I
They're
mean,
safe at the 5. They are hip. Even if he
well,
ends up,
they're not
even if
safe
he,
at the.
even if
They're
he
not
ends
safe.
up bidding Blackwood, they'll find out they're off 2 aces.
Right, but
Actually,
the defenders can get a diamond rough.
Well, if he leaves a stiff diamond, I think he has to cash 1 club and shift to a stiff diamond.
North is declaring. So East is going to be on lead with what I would think is a fairly normal club lead.
Yeah.
And
Which
then
is a
West will
killer.
just now. Here's the question: does Marty try to cash a second club? I mean, there
He
is a
would
no trump
because
open.
I'm pretty sure he would have rather with 2 little spades leading into the ace king jack of diamonds.
Oh well, there's no stopping short of slam now. 5 no pick a slam.
Well, if Chip chooses to lead a heart, they'll make it.
True.
Hampson is saying, "Why did I open a no trump right about now?"
Yeah. And the worst part is he can't even pass 5 no as an ejection because he's got the spade pit.
I think 5 no is a bit aggressive.
16 facing 14 to 16 no trump, but they often do it with 13.
Yeah, they open most good 13s with no trump.
Yeah.
So
I believe they
the
do.
next board at the other table, Brad is open. Joe's open to spade.
Yeah.
And Brad bids 2 diamonds showing hearts.
Yes. A very good method in my opinion. So now we're jumping to 3 spades. Oh, Marty is thinking over 5 now. Interesting.
I don't think so.
While we're waiting for Marty to bid over the 5 no.
So you guys, they asked about the forcing pass situation on that earlier board. I was still getting everything set up.
Okay, which
I
hand
want to talk to that.
which hand are we talking about?
I was still doing a lot of setup in the background when it was all happening, but I think it was the situation where they were doing RKC and then they were doubling and.
So yes, it was
No,
board
this was not a
31.
forcing pass situation. They doubled the 4 spades cube. 4 spades was Blackwood, and the next hand doubled. So Jeff now passed, which just denied a spade control. And now Eric's redouble was re-asked because he had the spade control. So I think it's fairly common when the Blackwood, whatever it is, a lot of people playing one over, when it gets doubled, you answer Blackwood if you can control the suit that was doubled, and you pass when you can't. So partner now has a good idea of what's going on. So if the declarer has been Blackwood, say the queen third of the suit, they know they're off two losers, so they just go ahead and sign off. So in the meantime, we're in 4 spades at the other table, which doesn't look.
So they're
Mhm.
saying that they wanted to talk about the auction where it was 1 heart, 4 diamonds, 4 hearts, 5 diamonds.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
just
So
passed over the 5 diamonds. Was that a forcing pass situation? It was board
I would
30.
say, I would say it normally isn't, but when you have a past hand saving, then I think it becomes one. I think,
especially when the preempt was at favorable vulnerability.
yeah, I think in general, there are no, for instance, in the bidding when a heart and they overcall 1 spade and my partner bids 4 hearts and it goes 4 spades, you really can't tell whose hand it is. So that would not be a forcing pass. But here, volley gets not, when we voluntarily bid a game and the opponents are preempting, it definitely would be a forcing pass situation. Yeah, there's a lot of very interesting auctions that you can have. For instance, let's say I'm playing with Owen. Owen opens 1 spade and it goes pass. And I bid 4 spades, and the next hand, say, bids 4 no trump for the minors. And he's not sure what he wants to do. So what I like to play, and a lot of my partners play, we play doubling 4 no, says that we really want to bid on the 5 spades. So now partner knows that I don't want to defend. So now if he doubles, I know I can let it go. And if he has a hand he wants to go on, or we could let him play there undoubled. A lot of hands. So those are really good expert, agreements that are, very difficult agreements. So in the meantime, I think we talk our way through the previous hand.
Yes. Where were we? So on the previous hand, Hampson and Greco got too high. They ended up in 6 spades and they were just off 2 aces. So that was 50 for that was down 50 and another 11 M's to Fleischers, who now leads by 90 or 95, 94, sorry.
It's funny if Chip had decided to leave the aggressive heart, which he might have done if he hadn't had the ace of spades, they would pitch their diamond for their club loser and actually make it. So when you're stuck this many and you're in a match against another really, really good team, if you're expecting to see good logical bridge, it's not going to be happening.
No.
If you want to be entertained, then stick around.
All right, so
Okay, so here it's got a diamond, heart at no trump, 3 no trump. And it looks like it's going to do quite well.
yes.
The diamond, everything.
Yeah, they make 6.
So let's see the other table. It's got the hand. Hampson's Recco's upgraded to a strong club. Kind of hard to spade 2 hearts, everything natural. They'd probably go 2 spades. And here's a game that just can't make.
What about 3-no trump? They have double stoppers in all side suits.
Yeah, 3-0 definitely is cold. It's possible, Jay.
Now I think they're locked into spades.
Well, it's a question of whether they play 3 spades is serious or non-serious here. Because
Well,
with honors and all the other suits, knowing they're in a 6-2 fit, 3-0, as you point out, could be a very logical bid.
I mean, I'm a little like I would think that Greco over 2 hearts, assuming 2-no's not some artificial thing. Like he has 2 honors in both minors and a semi-balanced hand. I would seem like a good hand to try to angle for 3-no with, especially like when you're down this much. But I don't know their agreements. Maybe 2-no over 2 hearts is something artificial.
It might be a transfer. I'm not really sure either.
Yeah.
They play a lot of transfers, a lot of those auctions, but that doesn't seem like a logical place for it.
No, but it is very
But certainly over 3 spades, unless 3-0 was non-serious.
Yeah.
So,
I think 3-no for them would have been some variation thereof.
well, the ace of clubs lead gives them a fighting chance. Actually, I think if he switches the ace of the diamond, now they'll make it.
Yeah, he's probably just going to continue clubs though.
Yeah.
So the 7 of clubs is consistent with.
Yes, 7-8 doubles and stiff ace, 7-8 queen. It looks like a club continuation speech. But he is looking at 2 small hearts. I think it's possible he'll shift the ace of the diamond and we'll make it now. I've seen a lot worse plays than that in my life.
Yeah. Oh.
He did, and he did nicely. He judged that very well. I could get, for instance, if Greco had the king of hearts instead of the king of diamonds, he would need to switch to it.
Right. They just have 4 top tricks.
Actually, I think the hand's cold. No, he would have to play this double dummy now. Play ace of spades. Yeah, he'll
Ace of spades and a low spade.
No, then they could get it. Yeah, that's the only way he could make it. And he'd have to lead a diamond and break the suit for him.
Right. So ace of spades.
Ace king of the spade. I'm sure that Martel is going to let him know he is the king of hearts and avoid the diamond shifts. So
Yes.
he does have the entries that finesse twice.
Yeah, the ace of spades and a low spade.
Marty is going to have to find the heart shift right now, though. You can't carelessly get out with a club. So now he could take the diamond for this. I think he probably knows that the heart finesse is off right now, because if Marty would actually had the king of hearts in front of the ace queen jack, I think he would have had to play a diamond trick too.
Right. You can be confident of the diamond honors being situated like this. Eric can be confident of the diamond position because Marty's lead to trick 2 is the deuce of clubs. That looks like it's suit preference.
Okay, so what hard is spade?
Yeah. So he has to play ace of spades and a low spade, and instead of ace king and a spade. And the reason that works is that ace king and a low spade doesn't work, is that West can shift to a heart at that point and establish East king, but ace of spades and a low spade, East is the one that's forced to win that and has no effective exit. And as we've declared, will have also eliminated East trumps, so the jack of clubs can't get roughed away either.
Tracy, can we look at the original hand? We were talking through the board that Nick is playing, his original holding when a heart of spade, 3 spades. I did not, I confess to not seeing his original hand.
Okay.
I think I'm in
Wait.
trouble with Tracy. I had to do something. Okay,
Wait,
cancel that, Tracy. I want to get out of the doghouse. Let's go back to the mat. I know I'll be paying for this sometime if I don't get out.
Lovely. Split. Ugh. Thank you.
I think I'm getting deeper and deeper in this. There we go. It looked like Nick at one point over a heart of spades. I thought I saw 3 spades in each hand, but 3 spades on Jack third.
well, they do play Flannery. So the one spade response is alerted is showing 5 spades unless weak with short hearts.
That's what he had. So still, it seems like a little wacky.
All right, so he's taken the heart finesse at the other table and after cashing the ace of spades.
So he's going to go down quite a few now. Diamond
Yeah, because they have a Trump promotion coming now.
Yeah, it seemed like Marty, it seems like it never continued clubs if he had the king of hearts.
Yes.
So Mike, you wanted the auction in the other room on board 34?
Yeah, I see a heart. I saw the auction. I just didn't see his hand.
On
But now
36.
but I understand that now he showed 3 spades, 5 spades theoretically, but still seems like a strange bid to me. But you are down a few.
Yes.
Well, the way things are looking, I don't know who the announcers are going to be the last set. But I think they're going to have the night off.
It might very well. Though I'm not sure I've ever heard of a nickel withdrawal. All right, so Ralph has gone down 1 and 3 spades, and yes, it was a balanced 17 count with Jack third of spades.
So we have David Berkowitz and Bruce Rogoff is going to be commentating on that last set of boards.
Okay. Guys, I think you're going to be able to take your family to dinner instead.
Oh, I'm hoping for more action. Like,
Yeah, I am too.
I paid a lot of money to get to watch this.
Yeah.
All right, so 4 spades down 1. Interesting that it was. All right, now we have. Yes, this hand. Okay. Excuse me.
So the bidding has got a diamond in the heart.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it might go the same way. 1 no, 3 no.
It's looking likely.
Seems like fairly normal 3 no bid. Let's see, the other room's got 1 no, 3 no. And Brandon's led the Russo 9 of hearts. So let's see how many tricks we have here. Well, there's a little bit to this hand. Just gonna might untie it. Looks normal to guess the jack of clubs. Though. Looks like a normal plays to win the heart, lead the club to the king, and win the heart, return, and dummy and finesse the club. Looks like a fairly normal line of play. Okay, the bidding has gone that way.
So Al Hollander is mentioning that he thinks nickel did withdraw in New Orleans Vandy, but he's shocked that so many people have the wrong event. I'm watching the chat.
Mhm. Huh. I mean, it's possible. I didn't hear about it. Let's look here.
So he did. He made a very good play of leading a diamond first. So club. I don't know exactly what that looks like. It's going to be about the end of it here.
Hmm.
So Owen, you just got a shout out in the comments.
Oh,
And then it says if Fleischer holds on, there's an interesting impact on the upcoming senior. Zia and Maxstroth are on the roster for the senior team Wolfson. And once
Yes.
you queued for the Bermuda Bowl, you cannot play in any other bridge championships. So
right.
they're going to have to find another pair. And then Zia is scheduled to play with Michael Rosenberg and Maxstroth with David Berkowitz.
It's even more complicated, Tracy, because Wolfson has a team and the mixed team also.
Yes.
Nickel
So-
did not withdraw in New Orleans from the Vanderbilt.
Sal, did you hear that?
No, what happened in New Orleans, Fleischer actually withdrew against me in the quarterfinals after 3 quarters.
Ah, yes, 138-47 was what you were up.
Yes. So they had the right event, but the wrong team. Yeah, it's an interesting situation. The senior trials is actually a double elimination event, but they had 9 teams entered. So the best way would be to have 8 teams. And they originally wanted to do the eliminate one online. And there was some dissension about it. So they decided now to have a 2-day Swiss to eliminate 1 team. But now the teams who finish 5th through 8th go into the second bracket as if they had already lost a 120 board match.
We have another 6-6 hand here on the right.
Yeah.
Last time Ralph Katz was 6-6 in the minors, his team lost 13 M's.
So they're, but the 6-6 hand is defending 4 hearts.
Yes. Well, that looks to have been a wise decision.
It
Ace
is.
of clubs and a club rough, and they have 2 diamonds to cash.
Yep.
And you can't make 5 diamonds, although 5 diamonds looks like it would be a pretty cheap minus score. It would probably only be down 1.
Yeah, spade and
Spade and
good.
2 clubs, or a spade, a club, and a diamond.
right. Looks like a very good contract, 5 diamonds though. They only have a spade loser on the surface. If clubs break, you're cold, or if the hand over here has the long clubs, or if the king of diamonds is on some the other
Right.
hand. So it's a really, really good one, but it goes for 300. So it's very good judgment. Yeah, Ralph opened a diamond or even 3 clubs and respected the vulnerability.
Indeed.
I think over the 2 diamond cubit, I might have been 4 clubs just to make sure.
To get your shape across, yeah. Hmm.
So the hand that they played 3 spades, it looks like West will open a heart and jump to 3 spades, open the dough trap. Seems like a fairly normal. So this looks like it's going to be another nice little sway to Marty.
The other table, right? 3 spades down 1, and he's in 1 now. And
How is he
like you
going to
said,
do?
well, let's
This doesn't
see.
look. This
He's
doesn't
got
look
1
so
trick.
good either. This doesn't look so good either.
Yeah, he he
He
just
played the
doesn't
king
have
of.
he doesn't have tricks. Well, he did induce Greco to win this spade,
Yeah,
and Greco,
I think Greco has to lead a spade back to shut out the diamonds. Yeah, if he doesn't, he has to.
so let's see. What does Marty have? He can take 2. Well, this gives
He
him
got the 8 of
a
hearts
finesse.
back. So now it looks like he got hop with the 8 of hearts. Hopes the diamonds break.
Mhm.
Or he can hook the heart and make even more.
So there go 2 clubs, and so now you can actually make 3, which would result in a 6-sim swing for Fleischer.
I think he's going to make 4. Let's see, he's going to take 4 diamonds, 2 spades, another heart, 7, and he has 2. 3. 3 is correct.
All right, he's already lost 3, and he's got to lose the ace of clubs.
Okay. Okay, so 4 hearts down 1. That was a pretty amazing result too.
But
Okay.
I'm always wary to say like what is going to
Wow,
happen.
this is
for
a
sure.
wild one. Both sides can make 5 of a major, so let's see what happens.
Oh wow. All right. Well, usually when it's a hand like this, it's the side that bids very, like in general, bids very aggressively. That is
Yeah, it's
less
nice to have the
certain.
higher ranking suit here. So the bidding's got a
Yes.
diamond.
Yeah, and let's see what Nicola recalls. Some pairs have a agreements to show like the spade club 2 suitor here. Like in some of my partnerships, I would play 1 diamond, 3 diamonds shows this hand. Although every time that I seem to have the hand for it, my partner always has the other suits, and it's just a disaster.
Well, speaking since we were talking about New Orleans, I had a lot of unbelievable deals there, but my favorite
Yeah.
was the one I shared with Tracy.
Oh yeah.
And we went to Commander's Palace, and it was fun. Just really a wonderful evening.
Yeah, that was lovely. It was a nice group of people and really wonderful meal.
Oh, what a place. I love Commander's Palace. I actually went to high school there, so I actually knew New Orleans fairly well. Okay, so let's get back to the bridge.
Yeah,
East is
what are your
open one club,
yeah,
two clubs
inverted?
inverted, two no, three no. So it started with a diamond. So I'm thinking Nick's probably gonna overcall two clubs. This will be very interesting because Brad now, I think, do they play transfers over that? If he bids it only the two level, I think Ralph will get to bid three spades fit showing. And Nick's never gonna want to play anything from there.
No, he would.
We'll see what they're.
He would probably let them play 7 hearts. But who knows? I mean, partner leads the wrong suit. So what's your approach on these types of hands? Do you overcall a spade or two clubs?
I always would buy long. When you have a 9 or 10 count and 6-5, it's never gonna go two clubs all fast.
Sure.
Yeah, it's gonna go two hearts. Now we'll see if Ralph has the 3 spades in his arsenal. I think most of us play, you can only splinter in their suit, so everything else is going.
And even if you were like didn't do that, like I don't think 3 spades would be a splinter here anyway.
No.
That'd be a very unusual agreement.
Yeah, I just have that agreement in all auctions that you can only splinter in the opponent, so it's never. For instance, if Owen was my partner and he opened the heart and the opponent overcalls 1 spade.
Oh,
Play four
Ralph
of a
is
minor
cubed here.
I would play there that 4 of a minor is fit showing as opposed to a splinter, which comes up way more often.
And also, like the advantage to it being fit showing as opposed to a splinter, is that if your agreement is it's a splinter, now the next hand might get to double to introduce that suit, and now they back into their real pit.
And your partner might not have a control in spades. I mean, it's a lot of times it just allows partner to make the final decision based knowing that you have a double fit or you don't have a double fit.
So back over here on the right, this is interesting.
3 hearts, 4 hearts, 4 spades on Ralph.
Right.
I believe heard that.
Yeah, now it's like, okay, we thought it was going to be nickel who never let the opponents play, but now it's going to be cats who never lets them play. 0%. Brad has a pretty, I think a pretty normal looking 5 heart bid, although it'd be easier if you.
Yeah, and Ralph has a normal 5
they are vulnerable. So this is a natural 1 diamond opening. So he knows his partner is real diamonds as opposed to a precision diamond opening.
Right. Yeah.
I was wondering why he hadn't jumped to 4 hearts the first time. Well, if it's a standard diamond, it is definitely.
Okay, so they made 430 in the other room. I'm anticipating that they're going to make 460 in this room.
And Fleischer now leads by an even 100.
And I think after this hand, it's going to be 100 Dalmatians, 101. I think he's going to make it 460 in this hand.
So your audience is talking about on board 39 and if they should have done a fit jump.
Yes, that's what we were discussing.
All right.
The only reason to not make a fit jump with the East hand, in my opinion, is that you don't play them.
Yes.
Like here you are, you're making a cubit of 3 hearts, which forces your side to 3-0 or 4 clubs anyway. Like, why wouldn't you want to show your spades as well if that was available to you?
Yeah, 100%. Plus the opponents are going to have diamonds and hearts. We have to clue our partner in. That looks like a hand the fit show and jump is made for. So they've now saved in 6 hearts, which looks like a par result.
Well, it's not doubled yet.
Yeah, I think Nick made 6 spades.
I mean, it has to be very tempting.
And you got a
But how could
spot
they,
on.
and how would
But
they know to let him play six spades? They need 2-1 in both the red suits. Need
right,
it. I think if Brad passes at Joe's level, it would have been 7.
which is still a good save against 5 spades.
Okay, so at the other table, wow. They opened a diamond with the 6-6, and Greco overcalled 4 hearts, King, Queen, Jack, 6.
And the favorable
Got
vulnerability.
past 5 clubs. So it looks like it's going double 5 diamonds. So what's Hampson gonna do? Is he gonna double that or did 5 hearts?
Well, it sounds like from his perspective, partner is hearts and clubs. Um, so probably very short in spades. It's and it's a weird situation to be in. Is North.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
he's
definitely made the
decided to
winning
take the
decision.
money.
Well, looking at both hands, I would love to be at 5 spades double, 5 hearts double.
Yeah.
Excuse me, 5 diamonds double. Though this was
Well,
a freak that the 4 heart bidder
so
had 4
the
clubs.
uh-huh. And he was able to double to say he wanted to defend as opposed to expressing a desire to bid.
So they're defending 6 hearts double.
All right, so this will be a very 39
Down
will be a
1.
very interesting comparison. So let's see, 38 on the left side. So this will go spade to the ace, and he knows for sure that no hearts for cashing, so he'll probably just return a low spade at trick 2, I would think.
Huh?
Oh,
If he does, he better not.
it's still down in 5 diamonds.
Oh, at this table, I'm talking about the other table at 6 hearts double.
Oh yeah,
Nick,
yeah.
Dick didn't overtake the spade. Ralph had
Wow.
no way to know that he has 5 spades. I mean, he could
Yes.
easily let him make this now.
He might think Nick is 7-4.
But Dick has no way of knowing Ralph has 5 spades either. He doesn't know. He would, so he just gave him count.
Well, that seems like that seems the way to go. Hey, partner, I have an odd number of spades. You
But
do
now he's
what's right
got to
based on your
believe that he
hand.
has 5 spades for his 2 club. Well, I guess he
Yeah.
should know that. Yeah, he's the one who bid spades. Yeah, Ralph has an easy king of clubs here for sure. Remember, Nick did bid
Well,
spades over
we
4
say it's
hearts.
easy, but and
Oh
oh
my gosh, you want a diamond, they're gonna make it.
yeah, that'll be 1660.
Okay.
Oh, I guess he reasoned the only reason for Nick to not overtake was because he had a rock coming.
Yeah.
But Nick had the problem of not knowing what their second trick was.
So if they had just been 3 spades, fit showing, he would know to overtake it, cash the ace of clubs.
Right, because it would be the only hope.
Okay.
Since partner would have 5 spades. All right, well that's a lot of imps right there. Now
Well, Tracy, I think you're about to put in the call about the last quarter.
It's very painful to watch that.
Yeah, we were all hoping for it. I mean, these are 2 great teams, and one team had
yeah.
a lot of the racing luck and got out of hand early, so it happens.
All right, so we're going to quickly see 5 diamonds doubled down 1 over here on the left. He can play back any card from his hand and it will be down 1. Since he was gifted with
Yeah,
the
well,
6 of
lucky
diamonds.
hand to go down on after a preempt.
Yeah, the
So
last
that's
season I did, it was Fleischer could do no wrong and the poor nickel team could do no right. It was
This
very,
is one of the few boards. Ralph was 6'6" and want to play 4 hearts and 1 imp. So it's bizarre.
Yeah.
I'm 6'6", so I tend not to tell partner to take a lead.
I mean, we say 6-5 come alive. 6-6, it seems like should be bidding. But it was not the winning decision on this end. All right, he's going to take his down one.
Yeah,
Move on.
except nickel.
And now the lead is down, but it's about to go, probably about to go up by an amount that I don't know. Just because I'm not good with the imp numbers that big. All right, so we've got another off center, although this one is less off center than the last one. 1-0.
Yep.
So Fleischer and Martel probably play the multi-landy here. Let's look.
So it's got a heart, a spade, 2 clubs, 2 all
So
passed.
1-0, 2 spades, spades and a minor. Now Martel has no way of knowing that Marty's minor is clubs. It's going to make it much harder for them to judge at the 5 level.
I don't know if King, Queen, 5th of spades.
And no aces. Yep. And he knows, well, assuming they're treating this as a strong no trump, Martel knows that this is, oh, regardless of the range, they play this as a 5-card spade suit for 2 spades.
Okay, so in the meantime, they're playing 2 no. Looks like everything's favorable.
So let's see, as Greco, I would be thinking that I want to bid here. I know I have a 9-card heart fit and lefty has clubs and spades. I have no defense against that. With the
Yeah,
north
definitely.
hand, with the north hand as dummy, there's no chance.
I
of
think
bidding.
he'll actually bid 5 diamonds to give.
Oh yeah,
Cancel.
he wants to. Oh, he passed.
Wow.
Well, Hampson isn't
think-
passing.
No,
That was
that's for
7-4.
There are not many imps at stake on this board.
No. They can only push this board by getting the 6 hearts from the north and the defenders getting this wrong somehow. But here,
It'll be
Martel would.
impossible because they'll be looking from they play.
Yes, and he knows on this sequence, Eth knows, like
Yes,
Martel
Martel's
knows that
5
Fleischer is
spades.
5 spades, right? So yeah, it's 0% that 6 hearts will make. So this will be almost certainly a 14 imp swing for Fleischer, unless Martel and Fleischer bid on to 5 spades, and then it'll, if they're allowed to play there, I don't even know that swing. Whatever 23-10 is, that's way up there. That's the 20 imp swing, I think. Yeah, that's the 20 imp swing. Well, 4-0 is key card, perhaps.
Well, even though the score is this, I'm going to tell you a story I had. Well, my most unusual imp score at the Las Vegas Regional last year. I played with Dan Corbell and Eddie Wold was at the other table. And the
Yeah.
opponents had been unusual, no trump, and Eddie got to 6 spades.
Yeah.
And he found out spades were 4-0, which didn't
Yeah.
matter. So now he had to guess he was missing the queen, 4th of hearts. He found the unusual no trump bidder had no spades. So
Yeah.
he didn't play them for singleton heart. So he went down 1 and 7 spades. He came back
Yeah.
to sheepishly compare. And he said that minus 100. And he was very happy that I said win 19. We played 7 diamonds double and they led the wrong ace against us. And so we made it.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow.
the difference between him making 7 spades and going down was 2 imps.
So have you guys seen on board 41 over here?
I'm sorry.
We have the redoubles showing hearts.
Yeah, so
And
they
then
opened
one
up a
spade.
diamond, a double, redouble. They just stopped in 2 hearts.
I believe this 2 heart bid they play is invitational. Over 1 spade, I think they play 2 clubs.
Yeah.
It is like their weak hands, if I'm not. It's like a game 4th or weak hands, I think. I saw that earlier in the tournament where they alerted some 2 club bids. So I think this 2 heart, the sequence to 2 hearts, I believe they play as invitational.
It's invitational, yes.
It's a pretty good looking hand, though.
Well, I mean, you're talking about a pair that opens a lot of 9 counts.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, it was a very way to stop.
Yeah. All right. So at the other table,
Well, this
still
is the
very-
first.
I know it's not a lot of imps at stake, but it's still very interesting to see what decisions are made.
Yeah, they're gonna make 4 now, so. They didn't cash the second club, so it went away on the ace of spades. Oh, I see, hearts are 4 too, so it's still only gonna make 140.
Hmm.
Okay, so the other table has got a good 4 spades. And Eric did indeed bid 5 diamonds and went 5 spades, pass.
Well, he bid 5 diamonds in response to key card, it looks like. 5 diamonds
Well,
is
you're
5
right.
diamonds is alerted as 1 question mark if RKC.
Wow.
So they're not even sure.
Oh, I see.
They're not
I
even sure
thought
if 4
over
knows
4
key card
I
here.
see over 4 spades, he didn't bid 5 diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Okay, so now we're looking at the really solid 2 heart opener by Ralph.
Wow.
That
is a solid 2 hearts.
So
And
now we're going to see if I think that Brad and Joe probably played that the transfer here is invitational or better.
all right, so he'll probably bid 3 diamonds, invitational or better in spades. If they play that. I don't imagine he'll pass 2-0 with being vulnerable. Four spades is actually a fair, a reasonable contract, and that's with South being minimum. Okay, yeah, 3 diamonds alerted.
So somebody's asking why not 1 heart?
It's just a matter of style. I would think.
Which hand are we talking about?
I think it's the east hand here on the right. Why Ralph opened 2 hearts instead of 1?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think maybe Ralph and Nick play pretty solid vulnerable week 2 bids, more so than most.
Yeah, and also he can be pretty he can be confident that this will not be the opening bid at the other table. So if you're trying to generate a swing, one very good way to do that is to open something that you know won't be opened at the other table. And he knows that Martell and Fleischer play a 2-heart opening as Flannery, so they can't open 2 hearts. If they want to, they have to open 2 diamonds multi, or they're
Yeah.
going to open 1 heart.
Meanwhile, on
going
the
to-
other hand, they sold out to 5 spades. That was 20 amps for it.
Yeah. And the only reason I knew that was a 20 amp swing is because of the vulnerable grand slam making versus down 1 is 20 amps, and that's
Yeah.
happened to be the exact thing difference of 2310.
So if they did bid 3 diamonds invitational, and South did only 3 spades.
Yeah, well, that heart holding did not look too good for encouraging partner. King Queen third. Even though we have the spade fit and the rest of the hand looks pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the king queen third of hearts.
Well, if partner is 3, then it's going to go hard to the ace and they'll rough. And if partner has 1, then maybe they're providing useful discards.
Yeah.
Also, it's partner can see the vulnerability too, and he's going to push if he has any reason to. So this will just be should be making 3.
Yeah. Diamonds off, but the club is on.
And they don't have enough, or we still have a heart stopper, right? And with the week 2 opening, there's no chance of misguessing the club after the diamond finesse loses.
Right.
If he had opened 1 heart, now he might misguess the club, because if the ace is on his right, well, he has the queen of hearts to pitch the other club. He would
Meantime,
just
at the other table, Hampson
Yeah.
and Greco were after 1 heart.
Yeah.
Ralph chip over called 2 clubs. And went fast, and Jeffrey opened with a double with his 10 count of doubles and spade.
Well, it's not going to be pretty.
No, it's not.
Although both pointed aces are on side for declare, so that is going to limit.
Yeah. And clubs are 4-2. So
Yeah. So he's going to take 3 clubs, a heart, a spade, and a diamond for sure. He might even be able to build a second heart trick and get to 7 and actually
yeah,
win it.
he's gonna take 7 tricks for sure.
Yeah, he's got the timing to just play a heart now.
Yeah.
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 Very useful. Fleischer didn't realize how useful his Jack 8 third of hearts actually was.
Yeah,
But it was
worth a lot.
gold. Well, the 8 wasn't as critical as the Jack, since he
Yeah,
has an
take a look
entry
at
in
the
spades.
aces are the other way around. It's 800. This is just sort of random.
Yeah, because aces are the other way around. Not only does he not get either king, but then he would lose control of the hand and not even get to score a heart trick.
So here's Joe. He has a 9 count.
Yeah.
So now what does Dick do? Does he bid Michaels with the 5-5?
Ugh.
I would bid Michaels just because my spades are so bad.
That was exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, he did. I think Ralph will be making slam tries now.
For sure.
Definitely have a slam try.
Yeah, so well, North is going to probably bid 4 hearts at this point. It's going to make it harder for him to make slam tries.
Yeah.
But the ace king of hearts are actually very useful on this end, as they provide 2 discards for the clubs. And you
The
just
spade spots will come into play because the diamonds are 6-5.
Yeah, right. You basically get to play on a almost a high crossroad. Curious to see what
Actually, he's
type
only
of-
taking. He's only going to take 6 tricks. I think he needed.
Hmm.
He's gonna take,
No, he'll take 7. He's taking 5, and he's still got a trump, and he can't be stopped from taking the spade.
yeah, I think Greco made a mistake there. Instead of roughing the 9 of hearts, he should have discarded the queen of spades. And now his hand was good. Could have drawn trump.
Yes.
It's a rare error by Greco. They had a second, they had it for sure. He could just pitch a spade.
Right, but if he pitches instead of getting a spade, then Martel gets his 9 of hearts. It's just it's a trading tricks.
Was it?
Yeah.
Maybe you're right. No, he got his long club and
And the spade.
Yeah,
Uh,
he would have gotten the long club. When he leads up to the spade, he would draw both of his trump and his hand was good.
let's see here.
Yeah, it was definitely like a trick. Okay, so it's got 1 heart, 2 hearts, 3 diamonds, which is going to help Ralph make some slam tries. So he's going to have available.
Oh yeah.
The other table, it's got the other hand, it's got a diamond double, redouble, showing hearts also.
All right, so 3. Yeah, so we've got a 3 diamond bid, which is some sort of, it's a good heart raise, and now we've got 4 diamonds, which is showing a good 4 spade bid for sure.
Yeah.
This is a common agreement that a lot of pairs play over Michael's. If Ralph had bid clubs, that like 4 clubs, that would be pass or correct. Like, what's your minor? 4 spades would be a weaker hand. 4 diamonds is, hey, I'm bidding 4 spades at least, and I have a good hand. Except nickel didn't pick up on that. Now Brad is wow.
Brad is
Okay.
defending in a hurry. Yep.
Yeah. Oh. And this is what can easily happen. Like,
Yeah,
when you're
I
down
think
a bunch.
yeah, most pairs there would play 4 diamonds was a slam try in spades, and 4 hearts would be a slam try in a minor.
It's nice to be able to differentiate, like.
Well, he does have 2 cube bids. He had 4 diamonds and 4 hearts available. So
I don't think 4 diamonds is a cubit. I think it was just a.
no, it was a slam. No, I'm saying that it was.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And 4 hearts would have been a slam try at a minor, I think.
Doesn't it seem like that was like a misclick to let 4 diamonds go, or no?
No, he didn't realize what his partner's bid meant. I think
he thought 4 diamonds is like pass or correct for his minor.
That still would be unusual with passer with 5 clubs.
Yes.
We'll never know. Feels like they may have lost a little interest, which is sort of normal.
Yeah. I mean, when you're down a bundle and things just aren't going your way. I mean, remember, they've already recorded minus 1660. Like, and they really have nothing positive to look, to come back with, which is what.
So let's look at this hand at the other table. The bidding has got a diamond, double, redouble, showing hearts, 1 spade. Diamond, double, redouble.
Pass, 1 heart. Pass, 1 spade. Pass. Now 3 diamonds.
This partner.
Very curious option.
Oh, he sat for 1 diamond, double, redouble instead of bidding a normal heart. He's trying to create something.
Oh yes.
Now his partner knew he had diamonds, but still, like an opening bid. Still, wow. All these 100 imps, you're not really expecting bridge anymore.
No. Well, and with this result coming in on board 43, that's going to be another 11 or 12 imps for Fleischer. So they're going to be up 128 or so,
Yep.
plus another imp here on the left, maybe.
Yeah. Well, it looks like 130, right? Against 140.
Yeah, it's just a question if they can hold it to 3 or not. I mean, the diamonds are 4-1.
Yeah, you can just cross run.
Oh yeah, all those high trumps.
It's
It's nice to
pretty easy.
have high trump spots.
Yeah. I think he'll just play ace and win the spade and play ace and heart. Get out of the
Yeah.
next hand.
And be happy when hearts are 4-1.
Mhm. Greco went very low on this hand.
Well, another pair that opens very aggressively. You open very aggressively, then your hands that you would normally game forces responder, you now have to invite, or maybe not even invite. Like it, you know, some hands that you'd invite, you now just treat as minimum responses. All right, so that was down 100 with 5 spades lay down. Although might be a little hard to manage 5 spades.
Well, anyone who's still out there kibitzing this match, we're going to have mixed teams coming up this week. And the knockout phase of that's going to be really interesting. And yours truly is going to be doing a bit of commentating.
As will I.
I'm going to show you how smart a guy I really am. I know no one thinks I'm smart, but anything Jan asks me to do, I do.
So you guys have 166 people watching you on Twitch, but there's lots more that will be logging into Love Bridge. And trying to let people know that if you come onto the Twitch channel, if you do a search on Bridge, you'll find it. Their name is delayed_1_open, but then you can actually communicate with us and chat. There's a chat function there, and the hosts are usually watching it. So.
Well, since the bridge is just a tad out of hand, I want to throw some accolades out to Jan and to Tracy, who is just another unbelievably hard worker. And she does several charity events. And just to show that I'm not only whipped by Jan, anytime Tracy asks me to do any of her functions, also, I always volunteer for that. So whatever you think of me, I'm not as dumb as I look.
And thank you, Mike. Same with Owen.
No, it's a pleasure.
Thank you.
With you. You do so much for Bridge. And Jan is just, I mean, there's no words that can describe what she does.
Very much amazing.
Okay, so here we are. Ralph has opened 3 hearts. Once again, incredibly solid citizen.
Well, he is facing a past partner as well.
Well, he's still a pretty solid citizen.
Yes.
This is a very solid partnership.
Yes.
Oops, my phone. Oh, and if this is for you, I will say you're not here.
All right, so they jump. Moss's jumped to 5 clubs, which
Okay,
is
yeah.
they're going to be.
Am I mumbling, Tracy? Someone just told me I was mumbling, so I'll have to be more distinct. So it's got
the biggest thing, Mike, is when you commentate the rest of it, we got to get some light on your face. So we just need to.
Most people like me to not be able to see my face.
Yeah,
well, what's happening? Yeah, I agree. I'm in my office and there's a lot of sun coming in from here.
Yeah,
so
we want the sun on your face. So as much as possible.
Okay.
Because right now I can't see you at all. I can't see any expressions. You're just a kind of a blob.
Well, that's good.
A blob
Hold
with
on 1 second. I'm gonna go see if I can do it. No, that's worse. Okay, I will move my computer screen to my desk on the other side.
And I recommend the next time, Mike, if you just put a lamp in front of your face, like on your desk, that will brighten your face up.
Okay,
So you probably have a lamp somewhere in your house for the next time you commentate, and then people will be able to see you a little bit better. That and bring your camera down a little.
very
So
much. Here. Is that better?
yeah, that's actually better. Thank you. And as
That's even.
people can probably see, I do a lot of presentations for work, and I was working this morning. So I came out of work into this. So thanks, Mike. That's a lot better. We can see your face a lot better now.
Oh gosh.
Is that better or
is that a good
worse?
thing?
Much better.
See, I had one woman text me that I'm mumbling. I have another one that can't see me. And you guys are all making me homesick. All the whining. Hearing.
Well, let's get back to the bridge, guys.
Okay, 5 clubs. It's down 1. He was sort of forced to double. He had a hand. He was planning on converting clubs to diamonds, but it's hard to do that with partner bids. They had no plus score available anyway. In the other room, it's got a heart, 1. They opened 1 heart, chip, 1 no. They've been 2 diamonds, invitational or better at spades. So again, so they got to stop in 2 spades on his hand. So it looks like they'll probably make the same 140.
So would you guys open that 1 no trump on 45?
No.
Yeah, it wouldn't cross my mind either.
Brad up 150 imps. That's really
if you're up 150 imps, you get to do whatever you want and not be questioned.
Yeah, but that seems like a crazy bid to me.
Yes. Well, maybe at this point he's just trying to match what he thinks Hampson might do.
Hampson would never do that. He opened a
No,
strong.
Hampson. Yeah.
So he is now gone pass double, showing a 4-card major or better and a 5-card minor. So Brad now is going to realize he missorted his hand and try to figure out what to do.
Double is just a major minor. It's not necessarily exactly 4. Yeah. The thought of missorting cards on on here is pretty good.
No, the Brad's hand. Well, he bid 3 hearts down over the double.
Yeah.
So now I think he only bid 3 spades. Wow.
Well, he's kept them out of a game, it looks like.
Yeah, but how could Ralph possibly only bid 3 spades?
I don't know.
I
guess that the defenders can beat 4 spades if they find. Oh no! Even if they find a club ruff, that's at the expense of their diamond trick.
Yeah.
So
Well, 3 spades seemed like the biggest underbid of all time to me. No.
well, Nick hasn't passed yet, so maybe they're in their style here.
Yeah. If he bid 4, then. Well, Joe may bid 4 heart. No, he did that.
No, Joe knows that, is confident they have a game at this point.
Okay, what imp for Fletcher? They paid 110 in this room.
Yeah. And now it's going to be another 11 imps, it looks like, on this board.
Yeah.
He'll probably open 3 diamonds at this point. I can't imagine he'd open 1 diamond, but maybe he will.
Yeah, this is going to be another swing on the next board for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I can't quite comprehend bidding only 3 spades with that hand.
The people in your audience are saying that Ralph is probably remembering the three
The
diamond
four,
or the
the
four
four
diamond.
diamond, yeah. Well, here he knows his partner's suit is spades. So, I mean, if you're going to bid three spades, you might as well bid four. But yeah, definitely. And I was actually thinking maybe that's why Nick took a while to pass three spades to, making sure he wasn't making the same mistake.
Okay, so he'll be claiming his 11 tricks now.
Indeed.
Okay, so it's got a club, a heart. Marty is doubled, showing 4 or 5 spades.
Oh, he didn't open at all. That's an interesting choice. Now a fit showing jump of 4 diamonds.
So 4 spades for sure. So what was the score going into this quarter? Was it 82?
1 second. I'll
What is
get
the
that
score of
for
this
you.
quarter?
The score of this quarter through board 42 is 41-6.
And they have 2 more good boards coming out. Looks like. This one and this one. So actually, if the other team had been down that, the match would be getting close now. Yeah. And it looks like they have 2 more double-digit swings coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it had been the other way around, this match would be tight, getting tight.
Indeed. I mean, that's a 70 imp difference. And with 2 good boards, that's ups the difference to 100. If this set had gone the opposite direction, like this match would be basically tied. Instead, it's likely to be the final segment.
So Owen, is there a one push to just get this as a large, or do I have to go back and then back in?
For what?
The left table, the open table, if I just want to make it large?
Yeah, I think you have to go back and then choose open table instead
Okay,
of match view.
there, okay.
There we are. It would be convenient if you're able to just, go kill one table once it was finished, but it wasn't too difficult to do this. All right, so
They're at
he's
4
doubled in
spades.
4 spades, so that's going to be a 13 imp swing. If he
Yeah.
makes 5, and if he makes 4, it'll be a 12 imp swing.
Yeah, doubles a few extra imps because their teammates from
It's 1 or 2, yeah, because the teammates had the disaster. I mean, it's a pretty reasonable double too. I mean, you got king third of spades. They weren't keen to bid 4 spades. And partner made a fit jump in your singleton, and you have the king queen 4th of clubs behind.
But the negative is no fast tricks.
That's right. It's good to have aces. But I mean, if you need imps, you can't wait for perfection every time.
So how'd the play go? What a diamond.
So the diamond lead to the ace, and now a spade has been played, and now whatever is played next, Martel's just going to win it, cash 2 hearts to pitch 2 clubs, and probably just start cross row. Excuse me. I mean, he knows the diamonds are 6-1, not just from like it was very likely they were 6-1 from the 4 diamond fit jump, but then South double locks it in that South has a singleton diamond. So what is Hampson likely to play here? I guess a club. He
Well, if
almost
he
has
plays
to.
it-
He
Yeah.
almost has to hope his partner has ace queen of clubs and started with queen third of spades. That, but I mean,
Well,
what's the
yeah.
rush? Also, it's interesting.
Well, there's something with play for sure from here. You still have to get 10 tricks in.
Hmm. He's gonna make sure he doesn't go down. That much is for sure.
Looks to me like if he pitches on the jack of diamonds, that gives him a lock. When he roughs, he can cash the king of spades, but that gives him 10 sure tricks.
Yes.
Right.
Nothing bad can happen if he pitches on this.
No, that gives him a lock on 10 tricks. Those 3
Yes.
spade tricks. What happens if he roughs it? I think if things could get a little sticky if he would rough it.
I mean, maybe.
I wonder what would have happened if Hampson returned a heart. See, it's the cross rough isn't exactly because he's going to get the over off a low diamond and play a trump back. So I think this hand would have been very interesting with a heart back instead of the diamond.
Well, he'd still. What he'd still be waiting for? Heart back. Ace king.
Plays ace of clubs, ace king of hearts, and roughs a club. I think he's down.
And now he's about to face his hand.
Yeah, he did discard. Yeah, I gave him. Yeah, I think a heart back would have made this hand pretty interesting.
Indeed.
If he returns a 9 of clubs, he could make it a completely different way, taking roughing finesse from king queen of clubs.
It all gets very interesting in a heart back.
It does for sure. Okay. Fletcher's having a really huge quarter here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, this will be a especially rewarding win for Jeff Mextroff, who till a few years ago was actually a member of the nickel team. So
The double dummy analysis actually says that on a non-diamond return, when Hampson was in with the ace of spades, if he doesn't play back a diamond, then declare can actually make an over trick. Not that he necessarily would, but that is what it says.
yeah, I can see. I see what how you have to do it though.
Yeah.
You have to cash the ace of clubs, pitching club, and lead the 10 of clubs and pin the double to 9. That's how you make the.
It's not just the double to 9; it's the 9-5 doubleton.
Yeah.
Easy game. All right, so now it's going to be even more imps. Looks like there will be 7 imps here, so to Fleischer, the 200 combined with if they set this 2 tricks, that'll be another 7. Yeah, that would be 7 more imps for Fleischer, which would have them at exactly double Nichols imps.
Yep. Well, I'd say this is about the most one-sided quarter I've ever.
Yeah.
I think if I move a little,
I mean, at right now it's 53-6. About to be 60-6, and then another game swing in the last board is 69 or 76 will be the final score of this segment.
yeah, it would have been, as we both have pointed out, if it gone the other way, we would have had quite a last segment.
I would be staying glued to my chair to watch every trick if it had gone the other way.
Well, hats off to two great teams here.
Yes.
Everything went well for one team and poorly, but we can't undersell what a great tournament the Nickel team has had. If two, Ralph and Nick have had great success individually, and they have two of the best pairs in the world. So it's quite a team and a great accomplishment for Marty.
Yes. All right.
Well, thank you guys for doing all of this. And
Oh, I
as
had
they
it backwards. That
say-
was 7 inches for nickel. Sorry.
Oh, and it was a pleasure seeing you.
Yeah, good to see you too, Mike.
The last time we were together, we were doing 5-mile walks on the ocean.
Yes, out there in Seaside. That was so much fun.
you guys
Such a
going
good
next
tournament
year?
too. I don't.
Yeah, it's a
we don't have
tournament
time
I'd
at present.
Any of you like to play regionals or are looking for somewhere to go? I'd highly recommend Seaside, Oregon, a place that's very difficult to get to, but it's probably in the top 3 attended tournaments, and schedule's great. It's a fun place.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get there, everything is very inexpensive.
And very
Okay, so
close. Everything you
last
can
band is-
almost walk to everything if you want. If you wanted to, you certainly could.
Okay, so here's another swing, another 10
Yeah.
imps.
Well, with that lead, that'll hold this to 4, so that it'll be 9 imps.
Yep.
So this will end up being.
There's Jan,
Hi, Jan.
Hi, Jan.
I'm just
the
here
real
to-
Jan.
Just here to tell you that there won't be a fourth quarter view graph.
We already
That's
alerted
good.
people long ago. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You already thought that because you knew they were going to withdraw, but it's official.
Well, in that case, congratulations to Marty's team, and wish them the best of luck in Morocco.
Yes, I'm hoping to join them there at the seniors. So
I hope so.
And good luck in the senior trials to you. And
I appreciate that. And I'll see you later in the week, Jan, whatever you need me.
Looking forward to it, Mike.
Okay. Thank you, Tracy.
And
ha-
everybody watching, you can go to usbf.org. You can look up all of the teams that are going to be happening. It's a whole month long. So this was just the opens. We're going to start the mixed on Wednesday. Wednesday and Thursday is going to be a Swiss. So you're very unsure of whether we're going to have commentary for the Swiss yet, but then definitely starting on Friday, you'll have commentary again, Jan.
Yes.
So
So
And
far, I
then-
think we probably will not do the Swiss.
okay. And then after the mixed, you're going to see the seniors and then the women's. So Jan has been doing a great job of letting you know what commentators and everything else, but Jan gets a day off tomorrow. And I
Me too.
hopefully get to have lunch with you, Jan, because I get on my 6 a.m. flight in the morning and I'll be there soon. So
Okay. Well, bye-bye, everyone. We'll see you soon.
See you
bye.
all around.
Forward to seeing all of you.